Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk today about basics of Zulu culture and basic information on it. A good book is called The Rise and Fall of Zulu Nation, The Rise and Fall of Zulu Nation by John Laband. And it talks about how, the houses you see in rural KwaZulu-Natal today, they're very similar to the houses of Zulu culture in the 18th and 19th century. Very similar. Okay, like the left home of the Zulu was pretty much reserved for the woman. The left side of the home, it was reserved for the woman. The right side of the home was reserved for the man. Nothing was on the floor during the day. The mats that people slept on were kept on the wall during the day, and then in the nighttime they were rolled out. Okay, like the grandparents usually watch the children. The grandparents watched the children, and the older siblings did too, while the older siblings watched the babies, because the mothers usually tended to the fields. Now, the males usually built the house. They protected the village, and they did the hunting. But the women tended to the fields, and also a woman. Okay, if a man had a daughter, the daughter was not allowed to marry a man unless the man had a substantial amount of cattle, and cattle measured the wealth in the Zulu community because the daughter helped out the father a lot, so the cows took the place of the daughter helping out the father. The cows took the place of that. So if a man wanted to marry a woman, he would have to be able, or his family would have to be able to give enough cows or cattle to the daughter's father in order to do so. Also, cattle, a lot of times the cattle was the cattle that was taken like as war bounty with a rival tribe or with against the Afrikaners or the British. If the Zulus seized cattle, it would be the sole property of the king. But the king would also distribute it to his political cronies and to his subordinates, particularly for political favors, as well as to increase political loyalty and to make political loyalty more permanent. And there were always coups in the Zulu kingdom, as I've pointed out. Malangana and Dingane, Shaka's two half-brothers, they killed Shaka Zulu. And also, Shaka's most trusted aide was behind that coup as well. That happened as well. But like I said, Cetshwayo was a peaceful king, and while he did not like the Christian missionaries, he didn't persecute them, and he didn't restrict their activities. Cetshwayo did everything he could to try to avoid war with the British, as that book points out. But the British were pretty adamant about going to war from Natal into Zululand to conquer Zululand so they could secure the diamond reserves. And that was a pretty common situation, the common cause of the Anglo-Zulu War. Cetshwayo did try to limit British hunting in the area. He didn't at first, but when a lot of the wild game started to become borderline extinct, or it started to become scarce, he tried to limit how much the Afrikaners and the British could hunt in Zululand, because it was just, the wildlife was just becoming rare. So you really can't blame them or any of the Zulus there for doing that. So anyways, it's an excellent book, and I highly recommend it. I'm not going to give any more information than this. I want you to encourage to read the book for yourself, because John Laband, writing the book, The Rise and Fall of Zulu Nation, can tell you a lot more than I can in this video. So anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.